we have timing, which is about to open and try to eat. And then we see how far we are going to go with that.
I don't know, I haven't seen the studio so excited in months. It's more than even before going to the cinema, because everyone showed up in time.
I'm not gonna try that thing.
You sure?
Do you want to make a picture of it?
What smell it?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh God!
How much are we talking? How much are we talking?
How much money?
Yeah, exactly.
You don't have money enough.
Wow.
Is there any fish there?
Clean that so the smell is already gone.
I think he's crying.
It can't be as bad as it smells.
Can describe it. Don't do that. It's worth the smell or the taste? Don't smell it. Yeah.
Can I have your last will and testament?
Well, basically it's actually overhyped on the internet. It's not so bad. There is no like all this reaction. Just do it properly. It's all fine.
Delicious. I'm not sure I ate any actual fish. It just smells.
Hi, and welcome. This is the last month of production, and as you will probably be able to tell, we're all really looking forward to finishing this film, and an amazing journey of more than 1 year will be over. It's at the beginning of March, so currently in our live edit of the film, our current edit has no more OpenGL renders. Apparently that's a thing. Slow clap. Here you can see our shot tracking software, and these are all the shots we have in the film. We see multiple columns, so there's layout, animation, camera, lighting, simulation, rendering, grading, and all that kind of stuff. And you can see here, the more green it gets, the better. So we can see that the beginning of the film has largely been rendered. This is all green, this is all good. It's all rendered and animated. Here's a little doodle I did based on designs of things. This is kind of the template of the title for the film. Like your favorite fairy tale book from your childhood. It's not very ornamental, the title itself. It's kind of chunky, and it's this old typeset on the cover of that book. So this is what I started with. It's a Krita sketch, and then I went into Inkscape and did some cleanup, more cleanup, more cleanup, and this is the current state. It looks alright. Here's just a little thing on the side that the animators were really hoping that at some point we will be able to have simulated fur in this film for our dog Autumn, because it makes him so much more fluffy. Over the past year I always said, okay, we're gonna do it at some point, but there was never really time to do it. And now is the time to actually, since we have the character and everything, we can actually go into the shots and bake the fur simulation, which I thought was actually more complicated than it turned out to be. Here you can see a little render of him. And yeah, the fur is not exploding. Yay! Of course, sometimes it does explode. And we get really sad boys. Really sad. Sad. Imploding. dogs, which we don't want. Currently everything has been simulated, so we just have to resend it, so that should be fine.
Hello! I'm finishing almost all the animation, finally. Finally. The last shot of the short film has to be awesome, and it's going to be, everyone's going to cry. Spoilers! No pressure. Yes. It's like, whoa, you see the hand? Awesome. Oh, Shelby make his hair and everything. Oh, yeah, she's good.
Because the barber, he did it nice.
Since I finished like the last big task that I had for the last few weeks, like finishing the last sets and mainly working on the ending, I handed that over to the lighting, rendering and so on, effects. So now I'm working on wherever I can help out. So little fixes before final rendering happens or whatever we can improve. And right now I'm working on alternative versions of the title that appears in the end and that we can use for promotional material and so on. I'm now just experimenting with, okay,
Spoilers!
the old spring logo was kind of this chime-like material, but it was pretty outdated, and also it would be interesting to try out something different. What if it's made out of wood? The same wood that Spring's staff is made out of, and we have like a little flower or some leaves growing on it. Something a bit more detailed.
I'm working on my last shot, which is the shot in which she receives the chime that she's looking for. And yeah, it's a long shot. It is semi-subtle. She receives it very gently from a tentacle antenna in the sky. You want to see the professionalism of this guy here, laughing while I'm trying to do my thing here. And yeah, she receives it, she puts it in the staff, she looks at it, it's beautiful, it starts growing, and I grabs it and smashes it down.
Spoilers!
Wait, that's like at a halfway point, right? Okay, okay. Okay.
So I'm working on like the three last shots of sequence 10. Well, not the last one. The last one is Pablo's shot. Like basically, it's like starting to look at the valley. Everything is beautiful. Like then she gets the chime out. She goes running uphill, and I cannot tell you more because it's spoiler. So that's all I'm allowed to say, or otherwise Andy will come and break my legs.
So most of my lighting shots have been finished now. They're in the farm, and I'm basically enhancing some of the last effects that the shots need to actually look really, really great instead of just normal great. Like the chime bouncing, a few extra pebbles and dirt moving around when autumn is crashing into them, kicking up leaves, stuff like that, and frost particles from the pillar when spring hits it.
Hi, hola, how are ya? How's it going? I'm doing lighting, rendering. What's the difference between lighting and rendering? It's always mentioned separate, so just the final details. I'm working on the last few, last 4 shots of the film, so it's pretty spoilery, but if you're a Blender Cloud subscriber and you like spoilers, you can watch them, you can see them progress on the cloud. It's we're getting some feedback also from people there, and yeah, it's just that, I don't know, it's like tunnel vision right now. It's just like work, make it pretty. For example, the shot that came yesterday, this is the shot. There was a part where you could see that the texture was stretched because it was never meant to be this close. So went and I asked the props department and I said, fix it yourself. So I came and tried to fix it myself by just changing basically the mapping of the chimes. Actually, I found a bug on the animations of the particle settings. They were not showing up on the graph editor. You will see the curves, but not the list of graph of the channels. I wrote a bug report, and the next day, actually less than that, because it was Joshua Lang from Allegoric from New Zealand, so time zone stuff, he got it fixed already. So thank you, Joshua, if you're watching this. Thank you for fixing it so quickly. Now I can actually go and edit all the F-curves in the graph editor. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Ciao, Bella.
Ah. I'll see you again in the next production log, because there will be a next one. Yeah.
Francesco has promised to be in the next production log. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Again, see you next time.
Is it a buy? Is it the buy?
Yeah.
It's the buy!
Bye.
The holes in my clothes. Support the deaf one. Support the cloud, please.